Truth is Change Tarot. I'm Yandra from Truth is Change Tarot, and I'm here to give you your monthly reading. So now we're at Capricorn. So we're going to cover love, work, career, passion, other messages, community, and just overall advice. So first, I want to start off with the general energy that you have. So you have growth. See here, growth, abundance, and deceit. And I guess the first couple messages that I'm getting from these three cards, I mean, growth and abundance are definitely connected. I would say the first sentence I got is that you feel like that the progress you made, it's almost like not enough. Like the progress that you made and the abundance that's brought in your life is not going to stay. I think you're maybe afraid that the positive changes in your life might not be sustainable and they might not last. Like you're like, all these positive things are in my life, but since I'm not used to positive things, they're probably just going to disappear kind of mentality. That's your overall message about what you have in terms of sort of the issues that you're going to face in October. So let's move on to the love aspect of your reading. So for singles, you have the Four of Wands in the reverse and the World card. So the Four of Wands in the reverse and the World card definitely speak to this lack of stability is kind of blocking you from ending a cycle, from completing a cycle. So whether it's like, I mean, the Four of Wands upright has to do with celebration as well. It has to do with weddings. It has to do with this overall stability of passion. But right now, you're not able to get to that point because you haven't addressed what's blocking you. I'm like, what is blocking you? Huh. Okay. So what is blocking you for the Four of Wands in the reverse is the Devil reverse. So this obsession, I mean, the Devil has to do with obsession, has to do with sexual tension, it has to do with kind of being locked in these chains. But with it reverse, what is blocking you is that you haven't released that energy, you haven't released these obsessions, you haven't recognized the fact, like, that these chains that you're putting on yourself are removable. So once you do that, you're able to end this cycle. And maybe perhaps it's with a fire energy. Fire meaning Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So maybe this sort of foundation that you thought was stable with this person, with this energy, is not. So you have to release that so you're able to complete that cycle. And that's something that's going to be coming about this October, is an event that's going to force you to, not force you, but it's going to challenge you to release this energy so you're able to attain what this Trump card, the World card, is going to bring about. So you're able to move forward in these new steps. And the next card that we have is for the couples. So you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So here are the two cards here. So yeah, so there's definitely some sort of unproductive communication that's happening that is really kind of like daggers almost. Like I'm getting images of someone throwing daggers at somebody else. And you know, the Knights, the Swords energy is air signs: Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Perhaps it speaks to a specific person, your partner, the energy that your partner is currently bringing into your life this October. but it's just not helpful, and it feels very jarring. And it's kind of preventing this Ace of Cups, this new emotional beginning. Maybe it's also kind of leading you to internalize these messages. A lot of times with the Ace of Cups on the upright, it has to do with self-love, self-esteem, self-care. But right now it's in the reverse, perhaps because of this energy, these messages that you're internalizing from the Knight of Swords, from this person, this partner, the messages they send you, the messages that are being sent. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Wands has to do with kind of being defensive. So maybe perhaps what somebody's saying is that you're not being vulnerable enough, you're not being caring enough, you're not being kind of restless enough, like caring enough. I guess the other words is just intuitive, and that makes you feel really hurt. Like you feel very down on yourself as a result of it. And it's perhaps the way that the person is communicating that is just not productive. Maybe not the message, but the way that they're communicating is not productive. So let this person know, like, hey, like, I hear what you're saying, but the way you're saying it is not productive. I want to change. I want to move forward. But the way you're saying it really leads to me getting down on myself. And I know it's really important in situations to take responsibility for your actions. I'm saying this as a side part. Back to the Ace of Cups. Like with the Ace of Cups, I think there's a lot of times you take responsibility for your actions, but you also have the right to be able to be communicating in the way that really resonates with you. So don't be afraid to communicate with that to your partner this October. Partner meaning someone you're dating, dated, still have residual energy with, also committed, polyamorous relationships, that kind of it. All right. So let's move on to the career part of your reading, and this is career, work, passions, school, finances. Everything's under there. So the cards that you have are the Sun in the reverse, the Nine of Cups, and then the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So there's a lot of major emotional energy that is connected to your work and your finance, to your work and your career, to your passions. There's a lot of blocked energy. Like these two reverse cards are kind of blocking you from being self-fulfilled or coming to a point of emotional fulfillment with your position, with your current role, either in your first word I'm thinking is like in your community, in terms of like community group, in your workplace, in sort of the progress of what your project is preventing you from feeling this emotional self-fulfillment. And one of the blocks that you have is the Sun reverse, like I said, and the Sun reverse really speaks to just like this passion, this fiery energy. I mean, the Sun has to do with, at least to me, because I'm a Leo, has to do with the sign Leo. And with the Leo, it's just a lot of energy, passion, drive. It's like the path is lit for you. But right now, the path, you cannot even see where you're going. It's just like the little clues that you had that were illuminating the way your steps towards emotional fulfillment has blocked you. Like you can't see anymore, is what I'm getting. And that's really frustrating because you want to get to that point. And I think maybe kind of the residual energy of that is being kind of moved towards, is impacting the way you interact with others in your environment, to a point where you just don't feel connected to them anymore because of this frustration that you're kind of internalizing, and it's really burning you up. And as a result, you just are not feeling this overall emotional fulfillment with the people you're around. And I think once you kind of are able to find your way, you'll be able to get to a place where you're actually emotionally self-fulfilled, and then emotionally fulfilled within your community. Oops. There you go. Within your community. So, yes, that's a reading for finances and work and career and school. So we're going to move on to the other messages that you have in terms of community and spirituality, any other messages. So you have the Lovers, the Sage of Cups, which is also known as the, to me it's the Knight of Cups. Other people name it different ways. And then you all have the Two of Cups. Right off the bat, it's talking about some sort of like emotional contract is the first word I got. I mean, the Two of Cups and the Lovers, I mean, these are major emotional relationship cards. And I think what is blocking you, or what blockage is happening in terms of really feeling at one with kind of your faith, I would say. Like your faith and your larger purpose is this kind of spilled, scattered energy. When I was first dealing your shuffling your cards, I just got the word scattered thoughts. So I think right now, in terms of how you see yourself in a larger picture, it just seems really scattered. Like there is a lot of momentum and potential, but you just don't know where to put it. Like you have a lot of emotion, and I mean, the Lovers and the Two of Cups too have to do with choices, and it almost seems like you don't know which way to go. Like you either are going to go towards the Lovers, which is like almost like a, yeah, they're both similar cards, but since the Lovers is a major arcana card, it's almost like a more long-lasting thing as opposed to something that's just starting out with the Two of Cups. So right now you're kind of like not sure which way to go, not sure which way will really ultimately fulfill you. So that's just a thing that you're going to be struggling with during this time. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should clarify any cards. Two of Cups, okay. Okay, four. So I clarified the Two of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. So it's like there's some sort of missed opportunity that you feel like you're now realizing is happening. It's making you feel kind of jumbled. So you're like kind of looking back towards maybe the past, like what choices did I make that has led to me to feel so weird about this kind of current emotional state where you just feel like you lost out on something. Yeah, you just kind of feel really kind of uncomfortable. Capricorn, you feel really uncomfortable and uneasy because it does not feel good to feel like you missed something. But I would say, like, going back to the overall messages, growth and abundance. Just kind of focus on the growth and abundance. I mean, this is what this Sun card is up to. Like, there's a lot of growth and abundance that is prevalent in your life, but it just feels kind of misplaced right now. Alright, so I'm going to go to your overall messages, or advice, and you have, I trust the mystery of life, and I am on the right path and divinely guided. So, yeah, those two messages are definitely connected to just kind of going, I know this is a cliche, but sort of going with the flow, like trusting, putting faith in the universe. I mean, this is a lot of what this World card is saying, that you're doing exactly where you need to be doing, you're exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to be doing. And I know it does not seem like that, and like you said earlier, you feel like you're kind of fooling yourself, but kind of just shake that off because it's blocking you in a lot of ways. It's blocking you from this emotional self-fulfillment that you have in your reservoir, but you're just not able to see. So getting back to his mindset of I'm on the right path and divinely guided. Let me read what it is in the book. This is number. So I think that'll be helpful. So when we relax into ourselves, we feel more at peace and return to trust. Remember that each small step creates the whole, a journey of overflowing with divine order. A living force within and around you is guiding you on your path. Breathe. This guidance may take the form of inner knowing or may present itself as meaningful signs in your life. The exact name you give this guiding power is up to you. Source, God, universe, Great Spirit, higher self, the divine, oneness, almighty, consciousness, or many others. You may also look to your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors for support. It's often a calm, encouraging, and lovingly firm voice, free from anxiety, force, or fear. As you walk your path, notice and acknowledge these signs. So that specific piece of advice, I think, out of anything, this as well, but these two messages are really going to be able to direct you through these situations that you're going to be experiencing in October. Here we are. So beautiful. So that's it for your reading. If you want a personal reading, email me at truthischange@gmail.com. All my rates and information is down below. And thanks for watching, and blessings.